Hey guys, it is Friday, August 8th. Um, I just took a body shower because I, for the first time, have worked out postpartum. That's a lie, I think it's the second time. I tried it for the first time, I think when I was like 2 or 3 months postpartum. That was a joke. I didn't work out. But I am feeling better. It's been about almost 2 weeks since Marcelo turned 6 months, and I think I've had a lot of time to process and grieve a lot of things. I have prayed a lot for God to give me peace as I process those things. But to also not let me forget the moments I'm living in right now and to really enjoy those while I have them. So I've really been trying to enjoy Marcelo, more consciously enjoying him every day by the hour when I have him. But to kind of combat those feelings, I have decided to start working out and do a weight loss journey for myself all over again. I'm gonna start using the Grow with Joe programs on YouTube, but they're really simple. They have a lot of like beginner videos. Long story short, if you don't know, I had lost 80 pounds in the past and I kept it off for a couple of years. Was overweight my whole life. I ended up losing a little bit while I was overseas for 3 months on a mission trip, and I came back and I realized, I can do this. And I spent majority of my college years, which was like 2.5 years of college, losing 80 pounds. And then it really wasn't until after I got married when I got an IUD placed in, where I think it really flared up my PCOS to enough for me to go get diagnosed with it. And I just kind of steadily gained weight from there. And now, for whatever reason, I had my birth control taken out. I've had a baby, obviously, and I've kind of just been stuck at the exact same weight of when I got pregnant. And it doesn't fluctuate other than when I was pregnant. Obviously, I was getting heavier because I was carrying a whole human being. But I think I might make this kind of like a postpartum weight loss type video or videos to come. I don't know yet. But yeah, Marcelo's sleeping. I just took a body shower. I haven't worked out in so long. That was almost kind of embarrassing. But we all start somewhere. I need to pump because I haven't pumped in almost 5 hours, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna wake up soon. But yeah, let's start this journey. So, first things first, I'm pumping, so sorry. I figured probably the first way to maybe start making changes would be my coffee. Now, this isn't exactly how I want to change it. I'm kind of just finishing up what I have at home. So, I like cold brew. I am very picky with my cold brew. I'm not a big Starbucks fan when it comes to coffee, but their cold brew is really good, and it's probably my favorite cold brew. So I have this Starbucks cold brew concentrate. So it's just like a very concentrated form, so it lasts a lot longer. This one is sweetened. This is the one that we got from TJ Maxx, so there wasn't like a whole lot of options. This one, because it is sweetened, is 60 calories per serving. They do have an unsweetened version, which is probably going to be the one I get next time. And I'll be using Silk Almond Less Sugar. This one is about 50 calories per serving, so I'll use this whole one for my coffee. And then the Torani sugar-free hazelnut syrup, which we got from TJ Maxx, because again, my husband says I ask too much for like drive-through coffee, so it's cheaper to make coffee at home. but the sugar-free ones are 0 calories. I go to 7 Brew so much. I do go to Dunkin' and Starbucks as well, but 7 Brew makes all their coffees and their chillers with whole milk unless you specifically ask for something different. And I realize I never ask for anything different, so I think it might be better for me to at least start switching up these small things now, just to make a difference. I'm not one of those people who loses weight while pumping. I think pumping makes me hold on to weight, so I'm not expecting, you know, big changes while I'm still actively pumping, which I'm still debating whether quitting at 12 months or 9 months. But for now, at least I just make habits out of like the smaller things, and then once I'm done pumping and I know my body wants to adjust, I can hopefully make even better improvements. But I'm just starting slow and small, so now I'm just taking baby steps right now, but that's what I'm gonna do. And Marcelo just woke up, so always right on time. So my 110 calorie coffee, it could be less, but I'm just kind of using what I have at home right now. And Marcelo's awake, so we're gonna go get him. Hello. Hey. It's okay. Hi. Are you hungry? Yeah. Okay. You look so grumpy. Yeah. Grumpy baby. I don't know what he's looking at. Anyway, hi guys, it's August 11th, it's a Monday, it's the afternoon. I just got done working out, so excuse me for looking gross and disgusting. But I started working out this past Friday. I didn't do anything this weekend. Long story short, Milwaukee kind of dealt with some flash flooding, which is crazy because we're not a flood town. We're like in the Midwest and we're right by the lake. Worst thing during the warmer season is tornadoes, and during the winter is like severe snowstorms, which just based on our location of where we're at, pretty much Milwaukee, we don't really get either of those too severely. Sometimes snow, but like tornadoes, not even. But anyway, it was pretty crazy. Like half of our lot flooded, and we are in 3/4 of an acre, and we have a creek that started flooding. Honestly, with everything that happened in the other states with the flash floods, and how fast the water was rising in our backyard, because we had a creek, so a lot of the water was coming our way, we just kind of packed up all the animals. Of course, we got Marcelo. Our garage flooded, but we got into the car and we just went for the nearest higher ground. So we just camped on top of a bridge until the storm stopped. And we found out about it at 2 in the morning because we fell asleep, and it was a really bad thunderstorm, and we were afraid of Marcelo not sleeping through the night. He slept like a log, by the way. But we kind of camped out on a bridge for almost 2 hours, and it was really crazy because that stuff doesn't happen here. But anyway, with all of that that went on this weekend in Milwaukee, I didn't worry about working out. I didn't really worry about how I was eating. We still don't even really have groceries in the house, so as of right now, I'm just kind of eating whatever we have that I can find. But I did work out today. I am doing Grow with Joe. I used to do Blogilates a lot, but I like that Grow with Joe has like really quick workout videos, especially like beginner or like postpartum ones, so I'm kind of doing those for right now. And I weighed myself, so I am
he is having a meltdown. But anyway, I weighed myself this morning. I am 215 pounds even, so I'll be very transparent with you guys. I am 215. I'm 5'3". I'm probably like a 14, 16, maybe 16, 18 in pants, and my tops, I'm, depending on the brand, anywhere between a large and extra large. So I really just not trying to get to a goal weight, but mostly trying to get to like a goal of how my clothes fit. Although numbers do kind of keep me on track. I do want to lose about 30 pounds at a minimum, but I'm also just kind of taking things slow, just because I'm already trying to balance life with a baby, let alone like working out. But we'll see how this goes. I'm probably gonna do like weigh-ins on Mondays just because it's easy to remember for me. But once this kid goes down for a nap, I'm probably gonna take a shower and then we're gonna get ready for his swim class again today. Good morning. It is Tuesday, August 19th. And I have Marcelo right next to me. I'm a little high up because I'm actually on a stepper. So I did kind of start working out last week Monday. It was kind of just trying to get myself back into the groove of moving. Just because since being on bed rest, I haven't really moved a whole lot. And even before my bed rest when I was pregnant, I had a desk job for like almost 3 years. And it wasn't until like the last 3 or 4 months I moved to a more on my feet position. So let's just say like consistent working out and constant moving hasn't been a regular thing for me for over a year, for a long time, especially since the bed rest. And I got this stepper that I'm using right now off of, I don't even want to show my feet, but off of Amazon a while ago. And I haven't used it in a very long time. So now I'm using it. I joined kind of like a group on Instagram. There's a girl who is doing like a weight loss journey, and she has quite a big following. She's still losing weight herself, and she just kind of had a community create like a group chat on Instagram, and it's a bunch of girls of all different ages and backgrounds, just kind of using the chat as inspiration. It's kind of like, instead of a 75 hard, it's a 75 medium. For some people it's even like a 75 soft, but it's really just creating new habits to get yourself moving again. So I know 75 hard has pretty strict rules. With this one, we're doing walking every day for at least 10 or 20 minutes outside on a treadmill, or like me on a stepper since I don't have a car. I don't feel comfortable walking outside by myself with the baby. Other was to get at least a half gallon of water every day, which is 1.5 40-ounce Stanleys. So if you have one of those, it's pretty easy. And then working out at least 45 minutes, at least 4 times a week. My goal is to do 5 times a week. I don't go to the gym, but I have been doing like Grow with Joe videos. And I'll do anywhere between like 20 and 40 minutes of that, just because sometimes I do include my walking in it. And then just higher protein, eating less carbs, not necessarily calorie counting, although I am kind of implementing that back into my life because I've done it before. And I think it was to put your phone away 30 minutes before bedtime and at least read or journal for 10 minutes a day. And then trying to get at least 7 hours of sleep every night. So those are just kind of like what we're doing in our group. And I weighed myself last week. I was 215 pounds. I want to say it was like 215.6 or 215.8, something along those lines. I did weigh myself yesterday because I do want to do weigh-ins every Monday. And yesterday I was 213.8, but I'd also say like 214, so it's kind of like jumping between the two. I'm gonna say 214 just to be a little bit more conservative on it. So if that's the case, then I'm down 1.5 pounds since last Monday. And could that just be water weight? Maybe. I don't know. I'm also eating better. I started that kind of lightly last week. But during the weekend, we kind of had family and stuff over. And I didn't go overboard, but I just didn't make the best choices. So since I have Marcelo here and I do my steps in the morning, my goal is to do at least 6,000 steps a day. Because when I had my previous job, when I was working, when I was doing like the more on my feet portion, I was getting maybe 1,000 to 2,000 steps a day. Since being on bed rest and being a stay-at-home mom since Marcelo was born, bed rest I was getting like nothing really, maybe just a few hundred. And even with Marcelo, it's maybe just a couple more hundred than that. I think I barely reached like 1,000 steps a day. So my goal is 6,000 steps a day now, consistently every day. And I try to get at least a decent chunk of this done through one entire episode of Elmo with Marcelo. So that way I'm here with him. We're both watching Elmo. I'm present with him while he's watching TV. And then I do my growth Joe videos while he's taking a nap. I did take some before pictures of myself yesterday too. I am a little embarrassed to share those. So I'm like, maybe in a month if I'm keeping this up and I'm like kind of seeing a little bit of results, then maybe I'll share those. But right now I'm a little embarrassed. I do feel like I let myself go a lot. Honestly, my body does sit different because of pregnancy, but also PCOS. And like, I just really miss how I looked when I got married. When I got married, it's like 165 pounds. I don't think I'm gonna get that low ever again. But my goal right now is to get down to 180. But my goal right now is to lose him, like a whole Marcelo, a whole 18.5 pounds, which I think would put me at like 197. That's my first goal. I would love to get under 210. I haven't been under 210 in a year. So if I can get under 210, that'd be good. And then once I hit below the 200s, that alone would be a massive goal. And then 197 would be my Marcelo goal. Oh yeah? You yelling? Now you're quiet? This kid, oh my gosh. Tell Daddy to buy it for you.
He actually looked at me too.
Tell Daddy to buy it for you. Dile. Hi. How are you?
He's like, I don't want to be on camera.
Okay, pues. Let's go home, yeah? Are you driving?
Sí, sí, mamá. No puedo ver, pero sí ando manejando. Dile. Sí, cuidado.
Beep beep. Beep beep.
Sorry, Mama. I wasn't watching you.
Hello.
Mira.
Marcelo.
Ito, Mama.
Hi, Mama. First time at the beach. First time at the beach. I mean, he's been to the park by the beach, but he's never been on the sand. Beach day. Hi, Papa. Hi everyone, it is August 23rd. and I'm 2 weeks into my weight loss journey. My first week was just me kind of being mindful of how I was eating. I wasn't counting calories, I wasn't really working out. The second week is when I officially started counting calories and working out at least once a day. I started out at 216. That's kind of just been my weight before IVF, and then during like the first half of my pregnancy. Obviously you gain weight the last half, so I don't count that. And then 2 weeks after I gave birth to Marcelo, once all like the water weight from like the epidural and all that went away, I was back down to 216. And I've just been fluctuating around 216 these whole 6 months postpartum. Almost 7 months, which is crazy. So 216 is my base number. And after my first week of just mindfully eating, and just making better choices with my meals and not just reaching for the easiest thing to eat, which usually is fast food, I went from 216 down to 213.8, so a little over 2 pounds was lost. And then this past week, after actually calorie counting and working out at least once a day, I am down to 212 even, so we're at 4 pounds down. It's probably almost closer to 5, and I only say that because I do know I ate pizza over the weekend and on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday I ate more than I should have, and then we had leftover pizza on Sunday, and I was mindful and I ate just probably what my max of that should have been. I didn't work out or anything on Sunday, or my steps. I got all my steps in on Saturday, but I didn't work out because I kind of wanted to enjoy the day out with my family. But on Friday, before the weekend, I weighed myself and I was 211.2, and I'm 212 today. So I'm figuring that almost 1 pound is water weight sitting on me. I did sweat quite a bit with this workout. But I'm assuming 211 is going to pop back up on the scale sometime this week as I continue to eat better and work out and intake my water. I think the problem too was that I didn't really intake my water this weekend either. But this is what I'm eating for brunch. So, and Marcelo's waking up. Why does he always wake up when I film? And right when I'm about to eat, they have like this instinct, I swear.
¿Por qué lloras? ¿Ah? ¿Por qué lloras? Ah, este niño. Ah, este niño. ¿Ves? A ver. Chíguele. Chiga. A ver.
What? You're okay. You're fine. Oh, that baba.
Ay, qué dolor. Ay, qué dolor. Ay. Ay, niño. ¿Qué es? ¿Cómo duele, ¿verdad? Dile, papá. Tiberius. Mira. Ahí viene.
Ty.
Mira. ¿Quién es papá? Mira. Dile.
Ty's like, I got nowhere to go.
Mira.
He's coming.
Este gatito, papá. Ay.
Marcelo.
We don't hate it. Oh, my bad. I distracted you. Oh.
Hey guys, it is Friday, September 19th. And yeah, it's been a hot minute since I filmed anything, maybe almost a month. I am a month into my weight loss thing, but I'll get back into that in a moment. First major thing, I did chop my hair, so I did do the mom cut. If you realize, my hair used to be super long, it is now very short. It was well overdue. My hair was so crusty. But I did want to touch and let you guys know that I think I'm weaning from pumping. And even though I was like in the mindset of weaning at 9 months, Marcelo's gonna be 8 months and a little over a week. My supply has suddenly just dropped. Like yesterday, I barely made 3 ounces the whole day. To be fair, I am only pumping twice a day now, which honestly has kind of saved my sanity a little bit. So I pump in the morning, and then I pump when I wake up, and then I pump when I go to bed. But because of that, I have been not able to keep up at all with Marcelo. Usually he has like a ratio of breast milk to formula. Before it was like 70-30, then it was like 60-40, and then the last like month or so it's been like 50-50, and now I can't even give him half breast milk. And we're going through formula pretty fast now because he's at 6 ounces. And for the first time, I have tapped into my little freezer stash, which is crazy because this one was frozen on March 17th, so a little over 6 months ago. My very first one was March 5th that I froze. And I don't think I'm ever going to open that one. I think it's going to be one of those bags of breast milk that just sit in the freezer forever. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I think between that and my very last pumped frozen bag, and I may freeze one bag once I know like I'm really done pumping. But yeah, I don't know, kind of like a bittersweet moment, just kind of reaching for my first bag of breast milk frozen and thawing it out because I can't keep up with him anymore, which I don't have a problem if he has less than 50% breast milk. It's just that I don't even, throughout the whole day, I barely make enough for like 2 bottles of like, I barely make 3 or 4 ounces through the whole entire day. So it's like at this point I need to start pulling this out because I can give him just formula, but I froze these for a reason and I'm having a hard time reaching for them. I don't know why. Like, this was the sole purpose, was if I had to stop breastfeeding early or my supply disappeared early, that's what this was for. But I'm having this weird like emotional connection to where I don't want to reach for it and use it. But yeah, so that's a little update on that. I'll get on my weight in just a second. Fine. You're okay. Sorry. His bottle's heating up, so he's a little fussy. You're okay. So on like the whole like weight loss thing, I'm about 5 weeks into it. And long story short, I lost about 7 pounds. I started off at 216. Sometimes I say like 216 and a half because like I know it'll fluctuate. I know, your bottle's heating up. And I've been like 208, kind of like on the average. So about 8 pounds down, 5 weeks in, which isn't horrible. It's actually pretty good, but I guess a part of me is just like, I just want it all gone. I have been trying to do 6,000 steps at least Monday through Friday. Through the weekend, I give myself grace, and we go to church on Sundays, and then Saturdays is like one of the few days that we spend time as a family as 3,
or we go and do other things with like our extended family. So I'm trying to get in at least 3,000 on my steps right now. I got about 2,200 on my stepper. Overall, I've done like 3,000 total for the day, like walking. Okay, I'm gonna go check up on his bottle first because he's getting really fussy. You're fine. Your bottle's heating up. Marcelo has this thing right now where if I walk away, he starts crying and screaming. He can calm himself down after like a minute or two. Like right now you don't hear him, but when I walk away he just starts like losing his mind. And sometimes he can't calm down. So it stresses me out a little bit at home. But anyway, I'm gonna feed him and then I'll probably talk more about this the weight thing and see, because he's not happy. Are you hungry? Is it time to eat? Is this what you want? Okay. He's eating. So yeah, so weight loss, like I said, I lost about 7-8 pounds now. Am I discouraged? No, I just kind of feel like everything has slowed down tremendously like the last like 2-3 weeks of like working out. Granted, I haven't been like 100% like on my food, which is obviously your food is like 80% of your weight loss. But I guess for me, it's just like even before I had Marcelo with my PCOS, before I was diagnosed, I would eat right, exercise, all that, and I wouldn't drop a pound. So the first month, because it was going so well, I was like, oh my gosh, my fit just keeps melting off so fast. And it does get a little discouraging once it slows down a bit, but that's okay. It's still progress. I don't feel like I look different. I do feel a little bit better. But yeah, I guess that's not too much of a crazy update, but I still am working on losing the weight. I'm hoping that I can lose another pound or 2 by next week. Next week Wednesday is me and George's wedding anniversary, and he's taking me out somewhere nice to eat downtown Milwaukee. We originally weren't supposed to do anything because we had no money with the way everything's gone since all my medical stuff and living on one income, but he did surprise me that we're going to go somewhere nice either Wednesday or Thursday. My sister-in-law, she's a nurse, so she has to see if she can watch him on Wednesday with her schedule. If not, then we might have to push it to a different day. But I think it's kind of our update for now. Marcelo is still eating. He's got a lot of hair now. Like, look. It's just up here. Everywhere else is still kind of bald. But he's doing really good. He's a pretty big boy. And the fact that he's going to be 8 months in a week is crazy. I haven't started planning his birthday yet. I really should. Like, I have ideas and stuff kind of in my head, but I haven't done anything officially. But it's just crazy. Because, like, this time last year, I think we were getting ready for an anatomy scan. And I think it's going to be a year since we had our gender reveal. In like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, because I think we had our gender reveal on the 22nd of September. 21st or 22nd? Or was it the 23rd? I don't remember. It was right by our wedding anniversary. So it's about a year ago that we found out we were having a boy. So, crazy times, guys. But thanks for watching. This is kind of our update. Sorry, it's kind of a longer video just because I haven't really uploaded anything in like a month and a half. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I'll try and update like on my weight loss postpartum and things with life with Marcelo. And we'll go from there. So, thanks guys. Say bye.